And Jesus, welcome, y'all. I'm gonna play another song because I'm about to rip a pack because apparently it gets people angry, really angry over here on TikTok. So many haters in the comments. I'm gonna do $100 pack in a moment. 1 second, but talk about Ryan's juice. This corner pocket where we feel the rocket. Today, I'm talking GameStop. Actually, I'm breaking GameStop. Let's do it. Fire intro. All right, Joe. I'm gonna do $100 Pokemon, but I gotta pull it off because my credit card's over there. Give me 1 moment. All right, let me see what I get. All right, cool. I'm bringing it back over here. What I get, yo? And whatever it is, I'm just keeping it. PSA 9, Pokemon XY, Zoroark, no clue, but it's my son's. That's cool. 61 current value. Let me take a look. I'm good with that. Right now, I have a Charizard PSA 10. I posted in the Discord, and I got what was it? What's it? I forgot what it was. What is it? Requiem, something like that. But whatever it is, I have a video up here of me pulling it, and so much hate is laid upon GameStop. Ridiculous. Take a look at these comments talking about how I'm paid. I'm paid. I was like, I need to feed my kids. They're like, you're taking that $100 away from your children. This PSA card thing experience is awesome. It's amazing. It's cool for me. Like I think I'm gonna do like $100 pull every month. That's what I'm gonna do, like for myself. And when you really take a look at it, you're buying assets. It's $20 to grade a card. By the way, what did GameStop end at? Oh snap, missing my lines. All right, cool. We came down. Look, I haven't even been on here. I haven't done anything. Look at where this line is. Here, let me see something real quick. Okay, cool. Here's the demand zone. We're right above the demand zone. I drew this line up here, and we're bouncing right off of it. I guess this is support. So where else are we going up from here? GameStop announced a genius idea with this power pack digital ripping. I think it's awesome. My video on TikTok, GameStop reposted it. I'm loving it. That's all I need. That's all I need in life, man. What's up, man? Well, leave up the credit card. Yo, that's on my wife's credit card. I mean, we pay it all. It's all shared, but that's the main one she uses. We use separate credit cards, but our names are all linked and everything. But I don't know. We're never the type to be like separate bank accounts, separate this, separate that. Whatever I have, she has. Whatever she has, I have. Right now, she's not working because after the baby and everything, so I'm holding it down. You know, my job allows me to do that. I'm good with it. Yeah, so $100 isn't gonna hurt me if you budget properly, right? So now she's just chilling. Actually, spending went down when when she stayed at home, when she's staying at home with the kids. But I work from home 3 days out of the week, so I mean I'm over there to help her with it. But yeah, other than that, man, we're good. Michael Venuti, I really need kids now that this came out. Yo, you do not. But what's cool is like the ridiculous thing about this. I'm really going to talk to like I said, I studied marketing, right? So I go through different marketing videos. I constantly I just like learning about it. And the real reason why I went into marketing, that's not my job right now, but the real reason I went into marketing is because I like the human psychology. I guess how to trick humans. I don't know how to manipulate humans. No, but really the human psychology and what triggers the human, what fires different parts of the brain. You know. Like for instance, if you're selling thing ever in a physical, I'm gonna tell y'all if you sell anything in a physical format, in a physical location, you want vanilla scent and cinnamon scent combined. Those two have been studied and known to make people spend more. People spend more when they smell the scent of cinnamon and vanilla. I'd be diabolical if I had a physical business. Like people, it's like how casinos pump oxygen into the room. There's no clocks around. All of that stuff. Yeah. So where are we with GameStop? I'm gonna be a little scattered over here. Off the bat, man, this push start arcade thing is awesome. My first two cards, I don't know. I have to look up this this card right now. I'm gonna show my son, but I think it's cool. My kids can't mess up the PSA stuff. I need to ask if I can ship my stuff there so they can hold it, so my children can't damage my stuff. Honestly, because these are like I'm putting these up for sale. These Caleb Williams ones. I'm putting these up for sale soon because I don't know how he's going to turn out. I never really liked him to start off with. Not his personality, but just the way he plays. Too much hero ball, too much trying to make a big play on every down rather than moving the chains. But I don't really believe he's going to turn out to be that great. So we'll see. Maybe I'll be completely wrong on that, but I'm trying to unload those. Yeah. So What is it? Where are we at? Where are we at? Yeah, so we got a support line. I haven't done any TA on GameStop. The past 2 days, I haven't even looked. Like, I've barely looked at the price. I've just, like, once in a while, like, minimal compared to what I normally do. All because of this PSA thing. And it's completely innovative. So, yeah, so what was I talking about? Harvard Business. I look at different videos and stuff. I'm going to take you through this. GameStop has a disruptive business model. They're coming in disrupting the whole thing. You don't need to change everything. You can come into a successful thing like GameStop. It's amazing. They're utilizing technology. They're dominating the market. The way they did it, they came in through PSA cards, TCG, collectibles. Everyone was making fun of them. They're like, they're a game store. They're a gaming store. They're a gaming store. Look at them. Now they're selling Pokemon cards, TCGs, all of that. More of the store are TCGs. More of the store is collectible than games. Okay, all the people talking trash. Then we did the slabs online. I remember it was like 900. Was it 800? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong, but who cares? I remember 800 in my mind, so that's what it's going to be. I can't remember what we opened with, but I've seen it at like 800, 1,000, up to 6,000, down to 1,000, and now where are we? 9,000 around that time. People were talking trash, saying it was a bad idea. Okay, right now, right now. Then we did PSA grading. Why would I come in and grade with GameStop? I don't trust them. I've gotten so many cards with GameStop. PSA can't even handle the flow, the influx of cards being graded thanks to GameStop. Ryan Cohen. Nat Turner. I don't know why he doesn't invest, but if you don't invest, I'm not down with you, you know. But maybe there's other reasons. Who knows if it was because of this linkage or whatever. I don't know that. That's beyond me. GameStop ended up zero cents, 0%, 22.45, completely natural. But the market's going down. Trump's tariffs are on the line tomorrow. We'll see how that happens if it'll get deferred again. But back to where I was. So there was so much trash talking, smack talking about GameStop, Ryan Cohen, how he's doing nothing, and he comes out with this. Just looking at me. I try to reserve my money for a specific. I budget my money and I budget for GameStop. Like whatever it is going towards GameStop on my month, I'm either putting it towards shares or investing in the company that I believe in personally. So I'm catching a lot of hate on TikTok. Straight with me. Go ahead, man. People unloading their emotional trauma and control issues at me because I made a GameStop with the Power Pack, the Power Pack video showing the value that I got. I pulled a $200 card on my first one for $100. Then I pulled a Charizard. I can't even remember what it's for, but it's way over. What is it? $250 for that Charizard on Card Ladder. It was a Japanese Charizard. I got that for $100, and now I got this. I have to look it up. But I didn't lose. Like, okay, let's say I don't even remember the value. Was it like 84 or something? I didn't lose a lot. And maybe I did even lose. I can just hold it and let it appreciate. That's what I love, and that's why I'm keeping it. You are gaining an asset rather than just ripping a pack, hoping to get $5 back, $3 back. You know what I mean? You're holding an asset. Say I spent, okay, and this is a saying with contracts in the NFL and sports in general. Today's overpayment is tomorrow's bargain. Okay, if I hold the Japanese Charizard, say I paid $300 for it and it's worth $250. What do you think it's going to be worth in 10 years? Way more than what I paid for. So you just hold this. It's like art. It's awesome. I love it as asset collecting. I'm not doing it because I just know myself, my personality, where I want to be in life. Do I want to do this? I have a family, whatever. I do it for fun, so I'm going to budget myself. Maybe it'll be a $50 rip once a month. I don't know. Something along the lines of that. But it's just for fun, and I'm collecting. And by the time my son and my daughter grow up, and I'm going to put notes in there because you can go through the notes, all of that, the whole nine. You can list it on eBay immediately, a couple taps. It's easier than eBay. It's amazing. You can sell it at GameStop right away. Right away. Number one thing is sell it at GameStop. You won't get the offer again. Then PSA comes through. The card value constantly updates because the one I got was offered $115 yesterday. They're offering $125 for it now. So it's consistently updating. It's a live thing. It's just a perfect working marketplace already. Well, whatever you want to call it, ecosystem. I would call it an ecosystem. Disruptive business model. Large companies fail to adopt innovation. That's what I'm going to look at. But it's a seamless thing. This is the second thing, probably third thing Ryan Cohen has done where it has been seamless, no issues. What issues were there with PSA grading? I've had none. There was only that fake video of the guy saying he lost 200,000, whatever, 100,000 in cards, which is impossible. That was fake. Figured out that that was fake, which I wonder why he would do that. Why he would do that? Would you be paid to do that? Probably. Most likely. I hear some yelling. Um, yeah. So most likely you'd be paid to do that. But Ryan Cohen, man, seamless integration, seamless, seamless rollouts, technology wise, customer wise, everything is working. And this is a difficult thing to do. Did GameStop have the technology and went to PSA, went to eBay, and be like, yo, okay, because eBay is competing against GameStop off the bat. eBay is competing against GameStop. PSA is over there working with eBay, working with GameStop. Ryan Cohen is in the middle. He's like, yo, I got this technology. Is that what he did? Is that what he did? I believe so. Because GameStop's an only new player, and this is a new rollout, new technology, new rollout that interconnects everything, everybody. Everybody gets a cut. GameStop gets that 6% fee, for free. For free. That's awesome too. There's nothing better. There's nothing better than this. This is going to be a money maker. I posted in Discord. I'm like, we're about to take people's bank accounts, people's mortgages. I don't care. They're going to be spending money. Like, do I condone degenerate gambling? Hell no, I do not. And if you have a problem, you should take a look into it. You should definitely take a look into it. But it's not for me to be Captain Save a Ho. It's not for me to save someone that's already going to go put their money out there. If they're already throwing their money out there, throw it GameStop's way. That's what I say. But let's see. Okay, cool. I'm going to do the disruptive business model really quick. I think I have it right over here. Let's see. I'm going to mark this. Let me mark it. Give me one moment. Slippery products. Yeah, I watched this whole 2-hour lecture for the fun of it because I'm sick like that. Hold on, let me see. 46. And this is the thing. I'm not going to play it in here, but in watching this, um, they say, like, if you're going to do something, don't just come in and copy someone else because they're already automatically better at it. They have more experience at it. They're going to beat you in the end. Maybe in a slight chance you'll win, but that's why GameStop came through doing this. They're the only ones that are the power play. They're the only ones with the physical location. So they can utilize that in many different ways. Pokemon releases coming in, and I guarantee you, I can't guarantee it, but if I were them, and I trust me, I'm not giving them advice because whatever they're doing is working in my mind, in an investor's mind. I would utilize the pro memberships. Give a benefit for pro memberships on this Push Start Arcade, the Power Packs, and you're gonna see that fly up. The pro memberships fly up in just in numbers. Yeah, people will come flooding in. Okay, but here, disruptive business model. Here we go. Let me play it. I'm already at the wrong place. 3620. That's where I need to be. Because damn sure GameStop's coming through. And this is a disruption in the industry right now. That's why you see so much hate. People calling me some lady on some lady calling her a lady. Um, some lady on Twitter. She called me a retard and then blocked me for getting a $200 card for $100.
It looks at why do large companies fail to adopt innovation? Why do these tiny little startups come in and disrupt big companies?
I'm going to be pausing and talking throughout this. Why do large companies fail to adopt innovation? GameStop is the largest company out there, and they're innovating. This is just another thing, and this is why Ryan Cohen is the best. There's no other CEO I would ever trust with my money other than Ryan Cohen. I will not trust Nat Turner with my money. I don't care what you can see. Like I said, I don't know if he can't invest with GameStop because of this whole thing. I don't know why. Like I said, it's beyond me. But you're not real if you're not invested in GameStop. Maybe he is, maybe he will. But until then, GameStop is the leader. It's the largest video gaming company. Now we're going to be TCG. You got all the people on Whatnot. You have all the people all over the place that could rip you off eBay. I got comments on my TikTok where they were like, I'm just gonna be going. I'm just gonna be going. They were like, what? Okay, they offered 120. Basically, they were saying they offered you 120 when you can sell it for 200 on eBay. I'm like, okay. What about fees? $37 in fees, eBay, PayPal fees. Then you have shipping. Okay, they're like, just make the buyer pay for shipping. Okay, what if the buyer says he sent me an empty box? What if they have a fake PSA card of the very same card that you have, and they're like, he sent me a fake card, takes a picture, sends it to eBay. You don't have to deal with any of that. Then gas money. The guy's like, that's like $2 in gas. I'm like, so what? It all matters. It all accounts. Ryan Cohen does all of the little things that matter to create this big, flawless, big thing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep playing it.
I won't spoil the book for you. You should read it. But it's amazing, and it happens over and over and over again. So one of the key points of the innovator's dilemma is start at the low end. Be disruptive. Be disruptive in technology, in market position, and in business model. Go for the low end, because the big companies, the big market share companies, they're going to move upscale. They're going to try to be more expensive product, higher margin, and they'll ignore the low end. The second book that I read, Crossing the Chasm by Jeffrey Moore, that gets at the second one, about going for the low end, get your beachhead on the low end, and then build up, 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 keep creeping up, up, up market, and sooner or later, those big guys, you've squeezed them out. So that's the approach of Google Apps. Start.
Okay, so that what he said, your beachhead. What's a beachhead? It's a beach that's being defended, and someone lands on it, and you get your beachhead. You get a small little area of it. Don't worry about overtaking the whole beach. You take a tiny little area, and you slowly grow and grow and grow. How did we do that? Like I said earlier, TCG cars. Then we grew our footprint into PSA slabs. We grew our footprint into grading. Now we're growing to physical power packs that were beta, and now we're going to no Tony DeNo. Now we're going to digital power packs, ripping the power pack with an awesome experience. By the way, the intro is nice. It's captivating. This is like I said. I was reading the chat, Cowie. Yeah. You have to know your own limits. You know what I mean? Like, allot yourself this much. If you like doing it, if you like the experience, it gets the dopamine hit of the pack, but online. You know, it can be dangerous for people. Sure, I'm not going to deny that. But I mean, I know myself. I know where I should be. It's my own personal situation. What I'm going to do, how I'm going to use it, utilize it. And you just have to learn self-control, honestly. But yeah, where else are we at? Short percentage on GameStop, Burton. We're gonna check that out. Let's see. Chart exchange. Oh, what is it? GM. 16.7%. 7.73 days to cover. It's still high. I remember back in the day when I really cared about short interest before it dropped, when it was in the 20s. If you look at like an Investopedia for short interest, they say 10% is high for short interest. 20% plus is extremely high. So GameStop was extremely high. Then all of a sudden, boom, went off the map, down to like 6-7%. And trust me, it's still there. They just navigate ways that like self-reported short interest. So what's the deal, you know? That's why I really don't care about it. But I invest in GameStop because, I mean, you know why. You know why. You're here all the time. I invest in GameStop because I believe the long term. What did Morantz say today? Don't day trade, decade trade. That's a perfect. He has all these great like one-liners that he spits out. I wish he could have like a compilation of them. But he said that. What else did he say? If all you have, this is really what I live my life by. If all you have in life is money, you're broke. 100%. Michael V, you'll know when you have kids. When you have a child, man, everything changes. Like I like it was just me, my wife and I exploring the world, doing all types of things, not even caring. We used to go clubbing. We used to go, roll back to my house at like 6 a.m. What, bro? What's the deal? I'm on my life. All right. I'll be there in a little. In a little. Okay, we'll tell her in one moment. Bro, give her one moment. All right. Anyways, my kids, yo. There you go. Have kids. All right. Let's see. Where was I? Yo? Completely distracted, thrown off. But yeah, we used to party, go out till like 6 a.m., do the walk of shame, daylight and everything. But everything just changes, man. Split instant. Even walking up to the room when my daughter or son was born. What you doing, bro? Get a life, little kid. Huh? I'm not gonna get you ice cream. Okay. Okay. Um. No. Come on, man. Disrupting the whole damn life. Anyways, yeah. So everything just changed. It was an instant. Like first when my daughter was born, because that was like my first child. Um. From just caring about yourself to caring about someone else. You know, like all the responsibilities in your hands to raise another human. I don't even know how we got here. It just completely changes. It's like, wow, I'm living for someone else. You know, my wife is an adult. She can she can take care of herself. Bro, can you like step away for a moment? When my son was born, it was the best day ever. All right, cool. Well, whatever. We'll move along. Mess that segment up.
Start on the low end and then work your way up. Don't compete head on. Start with consumers. So with Google Apps, it was start with consumers, then go to schools, universities, because they don't have any money, so, and they still need products. Then go to local governments, because local governments, they need spreadsheets and word processors, and they need all this stuff, but they can't afford to pay. Then go to small and medium businesses, and lastly, go to the enterprise. Because once you've proven yourself through all of those markets, you're see what's happening? You're moving up market every time. And eventually you get to the enterprise, and by that time, the incumbent can't respond. They're stuck. They don't see it coming.
That's exactly what happened. GameStop improved little by little, every step of the time, and by the time we grew it, they don't see it coming. They can't say they didn't see it coming. Nobody saw GameStop coming but us. And now we're here, and they're forced. It's almost like if you can't beat them, join them. Welcome PSA and eBay. You had to join us because you know we're about to dominate everything. PSA, Nat Turner saw it. He saw how well prepared Ryan Cohen was, how well researched he was, and how he presented everything to him. So we're at the enterprise stage of this. It's too late to fight us, so they were forced to join us. 43, 45.
To advertise online.
And Google has scale that if you look at Microsoft versus Google in the area of search, Bing versus Google search, you could argue that the technology is pretty close, but the business models aren't. We have scale that Microsoft doesn't have and can't have, so it makes it work. When it comes to mobile, advertising on mobile is going to be different. When it came to search, you're probably too young to remember this, but I used to work at Alta Vista, and we had these display ads and these blinking GIFs and all this crazy stuff. That's what advertising was until Google came along and changed it and made it profitable. You'll see the same thing happen in mobile. Mobile advertising is going to be completely different than the advertising that you see on the web. So it's not a declining market. It's not a race to the bottom. There's going to be innovation there that's unbelievable.
And that's it. The innovation is coming. Just because whatnot is there, whatever is there, PSA is there, eBay is there, GameStop is here to innovate. GameStop came and did it. I know Courtyard.io, whatever, they don't have physical locations all across the country. We have it all. There's utilization of power. What is it? Power Up members, the pro membership. You can utilize that. $5 coupons, this, that, and the other. You're going to get it with the online power packs. We have it all. There's no other one-stop shop. Think about it this way. PSA joined with us. They already had an agreement with eBay. eBay came over to us. It's fully functional. If you list something on eBay, PSA takes care of the fees. You don't have to pay eBay fees. It tells you right there how, if you list the card, how much are the fees going to be, how much you're getting in the end, like a couple clicks. It's the number one marketing thing with e-commerce, online, anything. You want the fewest amount of clicks to check out, to get the customer's money. And that's what this is. That's what this does. Yeah, people. I'm looking at my timestamp in my notes. So yeah, $20 to grade a card, and you recover some of that money too, as well. It's not like you're just wasting money. You could open up packs. You could get a box and get nothing. You know? Yes. Why? Okay. There goes my daughter. She must have told. I know. I guarantee you. Told them let's go get ice cream. So they're all harassing me. Yo. I'm gonna have to finish after this
What's been
disruptive
your
business
user
model.
experience? And let's take the smartphone.
Okay, and you just saw I pulled the pack online. You saw the user experience, smooth, effortless. It's nice. It's nice. It's a nice website. Cool. Here's the user experience.
Example. How many of you have downloaded more than 5 or 10 apps? Big numbers, so well, that's 30, 40, 50 people in the audience here who've done that. So how many of you have used more than one or two of them for a long period of time? Okay, that's still a good number, but I'll ask it another way then. How many of you have rejected at least 5 apps and stopped using them? Same number of hands going up. So the point is, it very quickly comes back to you, whether those are worth keeping or not. And so that user experience quickly is the determination of whether you're succeeding or not. So your product design obviously is critical to whether you start to get customer acceptance and therefore the beginnings of a good long life cycle or not. But what also comes past that point is things like supportability.
Before I forget, the long life cycle. Think of the life cycle of this customer. Okay? This is another thing. Whatever Ryan Cohen does, he never, I'm not going to say everything, but just for this instance, more recent instances, PSA slabs, trading it back into GameStop, getting cash, submitting cards, trading it back into GameStop. It's a continuous life cycle for the customer. The Pro membership gives you the $5 off. It brings them in. They have to have two touch points when they submit a card, to drop it off and to pick it up. So you're getting more people in the store. With these power packs, same thing. You purchase it, you can resell it to GameStop, get the credit in your account, and repurchase another one over and over and over again. You can sell it on eBay, have it shipped to you, trade it in physically to GameStop, whatever. You can consistently do these things, and it brings customers back and back again. You have every Saturday now Pokemon packs, Pokemon releases, drops all the time. We are the only one that does this stuff. There's nobody else doing this. Nobody else has this amount of scalability that Ryan Cohen's creating. Because this whole thing is completely scalable. Look, we have access to is it the whole PSA vault? I don't know where we're getting these cards from. Maybe I need to look into it. Maybe it's not even out there. Is it GameStop's cards? I don't know. I don't. We should take a look and see what cards are there. But it says it's in the PSA vault, so I imagine maybe it's access to PSA's cards. We get a 6% fee. Or they're like, we'll sell all of your cards. We got it covered. Give me 6%. But there's no difference in this than online sports betting, whatever. Well, actually, sports betting, you can just lose it all. This, you get something back. And you can see the percentages right there for you. So if you don't have self-control, it's not for you then. I mean, and you have to know that. Let me see how many cards are there. Okay, cool. How many cards are here? 92, 95. So it's still growing. So I don't know. I doubt GameStop is utilizing this. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know, so I can't say anything. But there's one other thing. I wanted to see this. So user experience, it's good. I mean,
And how do you do things like your maintenance?
Upsells, you can upsell through different tiers.
So if every product was slippery, I would guarantee it would be successful. So what do I mean by that? Well, first of all, if it was simple, it was low to no initial cost, it was easy to install, it proved value immediately, and it played well with other things that you use it with. And it was then easy to use in whatever your application of it was, and ultimately gave you a payback that was obvious, and finally became something you couldn't live without.
This is everything, every single thing that he said right here is what GameStop's doing. The user interface, awesome. It's simple to use, easy to use, low to no initial cost. You don't have to pay to get the. Now there's an app, by the way. I just downloaded the app when I went to it on my phone. You don't have to pay to get access to it. It's $25 is cheap. Many people can afford that. Installs easily, yes. Proves value quickly. It does. Because you get $20. Think of it, $20 to grade the card, $20 automatically. If you pay for $100 for a card, you get an $80 card. 20 of those dollars is grading, you know. And it does appreciate over time because of supply and demand, the law of supply and demand. I mean, most likely it will. Proves value quickly, right off the bat, and you can trade it in right away if you don't like it and get something else. Plays well with others, absolutely. A PSA person, where are their points of contacts? PSA, eBay in the past, right? You get your card graded, either you hold it for yourself because you love it, or you resell it on eBay. Probably whatnot, whatever. Now we've brought it all together. Plays well with others. It's all integrated. All the others are with one right now. So Ryan Cohen has done this work. If we're up to them, it would have been done by now, but it hasn't. It's only when Ryan Cohen inserted himself. This is what Nat Turner was talking about. I saw the Neo cards and comics. That punk over there talking trash about the government should look into this. Crazy. The rate of return, it's automatic. Fees 6%. Not even counting. You pay GameStop what, 25, 50, 100. Say you pay 50, you get a $45 card. They give you 30. Automatically, we collect that 20 and then we relist it again. So however it's working out, it's obvious. And customers can't live without it. You see people attacking people in the stores for Pokemon. So obviously those specific people, maybe Pokemon's not for everyone. They have football cards too. I haven't checked that anyways. But like I said, I'm going to control myself. I'm going to keep it from now on. I just really wanted to utilize it. And to start off, I mean, it's been pretty good. I've had no problem. Going back to the kitchen, find the bucket of ice cream on the kitchen floor. No, man, they want to go out and go get food. This stupid freaking TikTok or Instagram. This place called I don't know what it is, Flavor Hive or something. It's one of the places where you like bring your chip bag and they dump all the toppings in that thing. It's like down the street. Well, not down the street. It's not even too far away. It's like maybe 15, 20 minutes away or something like that. But they want to go over there, and they sell ice cream over there, so they're trying to really go out, spend my GameStop money. But yeah, so that's what it is. But other than that, man, what did I do it all? Did I do everything I wanted to do? So far, yeah. Let's see. Creating the ecosystem, utilizing PSA's vault, eBay's auction house, digital low risk, ties to e-commerce play, and margin. Most of all, margin. Ryan Cohen does everything high margin. This is what we do. Do we ever touch the cards? I don't even know, and we just make money off of it. So let me see what I have over here. How close were we? Petter fee. GameStop almost broke the whole financial system. Y'all know that. Powell didn't raise rates. I'm trying to speed through this. Didn't raise rates. Could be a raise. He didn't say that. He said it's unlikely to be a raise, but it could be, which I think there could definitely do that. And really, this will happen probably when everybody gets stressed out due to hiked up prices, which are already hiking up. I mean, backpack sales, costs are up like, 25, 30%. Pencils for back to school shopping now are up 28%. But it's all over. It's hitting all over. The only thing that dropped is fuel. So, yeah. So what's going to happen when people get stressed out? They stop spending money at small businesses. When small businesses stop getting income, they're going to start cost cutting. When you can't cost cut, where are you going to look? Laying people off, laying workers off, increasing unemployment. Then how are those people going to spend money when they're unemployed? And then what's going to happen when all of that's happening? Unemployment numbers will start to get worse. Interest rates will get hiked. Then you have stagflation, and then you have a recession. That's how it will play out. Here, business activity picked up in July, but companies asked higher prices for goods and services, supporting economists' views that inflation will accelerate in the second half of the year, mainly because of tariffs on imports. Despite the increase in activity, the survey from S&P Global Thursday showed sentiment among businesses remained downbeat. It's all a house of cards, man. It's crazy. This is why I invest in GameStop, because I don't need to question anything. Chipotle lowered its sales growth target for a second time this year. Chipotle, man, where everyone goes. Everybody shops at Chipotle. I like Kava better, but yeah, whatever. What's the difference? Wasting my time, man. I'm about to get attacked through here. Trump tariffs, parents worried, back to school. Here you go. If you don't believe me, luggage, including backpacks, up 29%. Lead pencils up 26.3%. It's just consistent. Apparel, all going up. Kids' footwear up 37.6%. So parents have to handle all of this. You got multiple kids like me, I got to buy multiple items, all back to school, all clothing, everything. The U.S. is staring down a fate worse than the recession, and 4 other bold forecasts from a top economist. This is Apollo Global Management, who thinks the U.S. is at a critical inflection point for stagflation, a dire scenario in which economic growth slows while inflation remains high, harder for policymakers to solve than a typical recession, as higher inflation can prevent the Fed from cutting interest rates to boost the economy. So yeah, we're going to find ourselves stuck. That's what I see. You can see overall. What was it? Where was it? Okay, in June, consumer price index rose 0.3%, seasonally adjusted, and rose 2.7% over the last 12 months. So the CPI, the cost for all products, rose 2.7% over the last 12 months. And fuel is the only thing that dropped. So I swear, I'm going to get killed. I'm going to get killed over here somehow, some way. I was going to look at Open Door. I'm not going to play too much. Open Door is a complete setup, complete distraction. That's all they want you to do with Open Door. I found something within Open Door. You know the article, Open Door stock is another AMC or GameStop. That came out by The Street. The Street is owned, of course, by Jim Cramer. It's owned by Jim Cramer. And Jim Cramer, the same person that pushes out GameStop in, where is it? Harvard iLab. Yo. Houston Wade. Oh, there's me doing some research on stuff. I don't even have the time to play all of this.
Of a vast majority of parts made in the USA.
Mad as share dilutions. Here's what gambling will do to you.
I took $700. I built it to over $60,000 yesterday. It was going to open well over $100,000. I was going to take that, sell it, buy puts, because I knew the shorts were going to hammer it down before Keith's video today. Collect a crap load of money, buy back in with a whole bunch of calls, and mathematically I would have finished with probably around $20 million. And then I'll retire and not sell a single share of the GameStop I own, and probably exercised and gotten tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of more of them. But for the second time in 3 weeks, the GameStop board, woohoo, decides to fuck us in the ass while we're about to put tens of millions of shares in the money on a Friday and cause one hell of a gamma squeeze.
That's a gambler right there. Deeply in debt. Elliott Capital Management. They are invested in SoftBank Vision, which SoftBank Vision Fund went out and raised money for Open Door. So Elliott is always tied to everything. Elliott Management takes stake into home builder Pulte Group. So I wonder why Pulte was pushed out everywhere on Twitter. Elliott sold Twitter to Elon Musk. Elliott Management's all over the
If I didn't
place.
have money, I'd find that attorney and I'd have him go, and I'd be on every one of those Zoom calls because
Man, I had a show set up. Now my kids had to come and ruin it. I guess maybe I'll do something tonight when I get back. But yeah, so where else were we with this? Open Door. They had a misleading thing where they were telling everyone to sell with them because they'll make more money. Ends up people lost more money when they sold stuff through them. Let's see, Social Capital Hedosphere Holdings Corp announced an intention to merge with Open Door. That's that dude, Chamath, whatever this dude's name, and he was pumping out GameStop options back in the day. So options are really where they want to get you. You saw they got Houston Wade with options. They really want to draw retail investors into options because they have computers trading milliseconds that can really beat you. You may get lucky. You may get lucky sometimes, but in the end, you're going down. It's a casino inviting you in, and they want you to play with their rules, their house rules. You know, market maker just wants to get your money for liquidity. That's all it is. It's like, it's Carter's Corner Pocket, right? I used to play pool, my home pool, like it's home pool advantage, right? Or shall I say billiards? No, but your home advantage, right? Your table advantage. You know where it leans. You know, there's a little lean to one side, where to hit it, where to hit it. You just know the feel. You know where it leans. You know where to hit it, how slow, all of that. So you can beat newcomers to your table. That's what options are. That's what the market makers want. They're inviting you in because they know they're going to beat you in the end. Like 9 times out of 10, they're winning. Let's say 7, 8 times out of 10. But that's what it is. I don't play options. I just accumulate shares over time. I've been posting. The Fifth Wall invested in Open Door as well. I can't remember why. Brendan Wallace, he worked at Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley. That's where that was. That's why I looked at that. What else do we have? Cushman Wakefield. Oh, TPG. TPG is invested in Open Door. Large private equity group worldwide. On May 11, 2015, DTZ, a commercial real estate services firm backed by private equity giant TPG, agreed to. Oh, and the Ontario Pension Plan agreed to buy Cushman Wakefield for $2 billion. And Cushman Wakefield is invested in Open Door as well. So there you go. Ontario Pension Plan, TPG, Cushman Wakefield. What is this? CBRE Group as well. Sears Carlyle Group. Let's see. That was back in the day. CBRE was acquired in a leveraged buyout by an investment group led by Bloom Capital for $800 million. It's just riddled with private equity, and GameStop is completely the opposite of this. I can't even remember. Where's the Sycamore Partners? They're involved in this somehow. They're involved in everything as well. But what's the difference, man? We bought GameStop. Don't even need to look into this. I just saw Bain Capital. TPG over here. Where's Bain Capital? July 22, TPG together with Bain Capital, Goldman Sachs, announced leveraged buyout, Burger King, Diageo. Yeah, what's the difference over here? We have Push Start Arcade. We have Power Packs to look at. Let me see if I highlighted anything. Yeah, it was Elliott Management, activist hedge fund, bought $2.5 billion in SoftBank and pushed for restructuring. Oh, and board seats for Open Door as well. So they have board seats as well. Elliott's investment via SoftBank is on the board of of Open Door. And what else? Somehow I linked this thing. To Yahoo, which is owned by Apollo Global Management. Here you go. Expansion, SoftBank formed joint venture, Yahoo, Japan. Yahoo's owned by Apollo. Same old thing. They all play. My point is, they all play the same game. They're all interconnected. It's a group. It's a club. We're not in it. So Ryan Cohen has just sided with us. He's on our side, and we're fighting this thing. There's nothing they can do to stop it. This is just that guy Chamath, whatever, linked. SoftBank's Vision Fund over here. Here you go. Raising capital for Open Door. Biofarm Apollo Global Management agrees to drive. Why did I even have this? So it's been so long since I've done this research. General Atlantic is another partner invested in Open Door. Ninth in PEI of the largest private equity funds. General Atlantic began to expand its funding sources to include family offices, foundations, endowments. So, yeah. I'm good, man. I'm good with this. Oh, wait. Why am I doing this? So General Partners is invested into Open Door. Okay? And Open Door is this fool. Right here. Right? Let's see. Raul Fernandez is on the board of who? Let me see this one. My kids got me all discombobulated, man. Do I even have them over here? Give me one moment. They have GoPro. Harry Wheeler is the CEO of Open Door, who is on Petco, owned by TPG, sold to CVC, and Canadian Pension Plan Investment Board. TPG is invested in Open Door. Okay, I have that. And all the other things that are being pushed out. Wendy's, GoPro, instead of GameStop was in that article, right? They talked about the newer meme stocks. So let's take a look, okay? The CEO of Kohl's and Wendy's is Wendy Arlen. Where is she? Wendy Arlen. I'm sure Marantz has covered all of this. Raul Fernandez is on Volition Capital Management. Pioneer World Economic Forum. Where is Raul Fernandez, man? This dude, I really need to know why I had him up here. I know why. I know exactly why, but there's some link to Open Door or something. Here, GameStop appoints Raul Fernandez and Elizabeth Dunn to board of directors. Raul serves as vice chairman owner of Monumental Sports and Entertainment. You already know Ted Lee owns this and his private equity ties. Private partnership. Co-owns the NBA's Washington Wizards. Washington Capitals. Serves as special advisor to limited partner. Oh, General Atlantic Partners. There you go. That's what it is. Invested in Open Door. Okay, General Atlantic Partners is invested in Open Door. He serves as a special advisor and a limited partner to General Atlantic Partners. Take a look. This was the private equity that was planted on to GameStop's board to tank the company in 2019. GameStop appoints Raul Fernandez and Elizabeth Dunn to the board of directors. That's where this fool is coming from. I knew it was there. Okay, here we go. Raul Fernandez, we know, and he's on Volition Capital. Definitely Marantz covered this because I remember him talking about Larry, which Larry's a little sloppy sometimes. Not to put it out there, he buys GameStop shares. Awesome, amazing, continuously. I'm not going to slide him, but having these people around, who knows? And then going on the PPC show, you know, the PP show. I'm sure he was tricked too, but he should have done his due diligence, knowing that they're all Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm sure they were like, let's talk about GameStop. And he shut them down real quick. I got to give him that. He shut them down real quick. Like, there's no ties to Bed Bath & Beyond at all. Get over it. You know, that's basically what he said on Twitter. So here's Raul Fernandez. And then the other one, Elizabeth Dunn. This is very curious to me. Why are there two Elizabeth Dunns that look completely different? Elizabeth Barron. Hold on. What am I talking? Okay, Elizabeth Barron. Look, they're both named Elizabeth, right? Elizabeth Dunn. 25 years experience spanning financial services, consulting, technology, all with a focus on the consumer sector. She uses this vantage point to help guide consumer-facing companies through the rapidly changing competitive landscape. Branded consumer products, sectors, Wall Street, 35 years. Industry-leading investment banker, entertainment industry, banking practice, Bear Stearns for 11 years. They're both on Wall Street. Both of these Elizabeths are on Wall Street. They're both in consumer products, entertainment, and private equity advisory firms, both of them. Equity research analysts, both of them. The Gap and Liz Claiborne. Bear Stearns, both of them. Both of these Elizabeths were in Bear Stearns. Sometimes I just don't believe what I see. You know, look at this. Both of these Elizabeths work at Bear Stearns. And Elizabeth Dunn just happens to be one of the people that were planted on GameStop's board in 2019 to tank the company. They were the ones to come in, finish the job, and Ryan Cohen took over violently. GameStop's balance sheet, Open Doors balance sheet, horrible balance sheet. Absolutely no insider buying. Absolutely no insider buying going down. I'm not even viewing this thing. You can see right over here. Nobody has bought for like 4 years, and there was only one buy. That poor soul. GameStop, we're going to knock it out the park. I think I said $50, $60 million profit. Did I say that? Did I say 100 million? Whatever the point is, 50, 60 million, what business-wise, and then you have to take into account the unrealized gains from Bitcoin right now. Did I even do this stuff? I'm not even done, man. I'm all over the place. Wendy Arlen. So, you know, Wendy's and GoPro are being pumped out as meme stocks. She's the CEO of Kohl's and Wendy's. Okay, worked at L Brands for 2 decades. The CEO of, what is it, Wendy's or Kohl's? Kohl's board. Okay, I think it's Kohl's. Hold on. Here you go. Wendy Arlen, Michael Bender. Wendy is on the CEO of Wendy's. Is the CEO of Wendy's, Kohl's, and or whatever it is, director of Kohl's. He's the CEO of Kohl's. Both of them worked at L Brands. L Brands is owned by Les Wexner. Les Wexner gave Jeffrey Epstein full control of his money. Gave his bank accounts, homes, private plane. Even made decisions about charities and business deals. Epstein controlled all of his money. Why? He bought and lived in one of Epstein bought and lived in one of Les Wexner's mansion. Called himself a representative of Victoria's Secret, and he used that to target young women by pretending to recruit models. That's exactly what happened. This is what these people are intertwined with. So why are people not looking at Les Wexner? Why did Jeffrey Epstein have full control over Les Wexner? All of his money, finances, houses, everything. Is it because he had something on him or what? But these are the types of people that are running Wendy's, that are running Kohl's. These are the types of people that I don't want on my board. These are the types of people I avoid by buying GameStop. So GameStop, on top of the 60 million, think of like 100 million in Bitcoin gains that we have. 4710 coins at 95,000 is about 450,000. Now at 118,000, it's 555,000. So it's about $108 million difference that will get added on top of the interest and profit, whatever, on top of the 60 million. So yeah, 150 million we're looking at for this quarter. People are going to realize this is going to be undeniable. I have to even look up what the media is talking. Is the media even talking about GameStop or anything they're doing? But I think that's good for about today. I got the chat. I don't even know. But I think that's good for me today. Maybe I'll do something later with the rest of the stuff I have to talk about. But yeah, I got to head out. Everybody's going to kill me, guys. No song to be played. Thanks for watching. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. Peace.